everybody. So today here I have a Kyosho Turbo Inferno. And a little bit of backstory on this thing. This model was made in 1991. As you can see here on this receiver, if it will show, 1991 was when this car was made in. And we got this thing from my neighbor who was moving away, and he basically gave this to us. It originally came like this. It had no motor. So I went on eBay and I bought this motor, 21 size motor here, and I'm going to install it. And this thing being 31 years old, I tested the electronics with my Nitro Stampede's receiver and the controller, which I have here. I have to put the batteries back in. And everything worked. Even these spare servos this guy had. The spare servos that this guy had sitting in his toolbox that he gave us along with this. When he gave this thing away, it also came with a some type of road car called a Serpent. Not really sure when it was made, and also a monster truck that I also don't know what was when or what the name is of it. With this, I have this exhaust pipe. This thing, I don't really know what this is to, because none of them needed a pipe except this thing, so I have no idea. It looks like this thing looks like a little banged up, but this whole car here looks like that it wasn't used. Like, yes, there is dust on it, as you can see here, from like the front and some parts in the back, because it sat with this cover off. But other than that, it looks like it's never been touched. I mean, if you look at this, if in this fuel tank you look at this thing, it smells like there was never any nitro in here. The gears are not stripped of anything. Like this stuff, even with these stuff, like the paint on these shocks are still on here, and these things dampen in like an insane amount. So with you guys, I am going to put this thing back together so I can get this thing back to run. Hopefully it'll run with this new motor. So I hope you guys can enjoy it with me, this video. So yeah, these tires also look very old, because these little specks here are coming off after, rubbing them. So right now I am going to take apart this nitro engine and see how this thing is under, I have to see how this thing is. So these motor mounts don't fit on this car, as you can see. As you can see here, these motor mounts don't fit on this car. So I have to get Kyosho Inferno motor mounts. Hopefully that'll fit in this thing. And this engine, it looks like it's an unknown engine type. The carburetor looks weird compared to like some other cars. The gears on here don't look that used, which is good. And it seems to turn over, but I don't know. Getting this one hand here. I took the glow plug out, so that's the wrong hole. Okay, so this thing, it's just turning it. It doesn't really feel like there's any resistance turning with this flywheel, so I don't know what that means. Hopefully that doesn't affect it. But with this thing in, yeah, it seems like that there is resistance with this thing in. So hopefully that doesn't affect it that much. Yeah. Alright, so I will get to taking this top off and look inside the motor of this thing. Inside of the engine looks like. Doesn't look too bad. It's a bit dirty. There's a little bit of grime in here that I took off the cooling head. So it seems to be all good. I just have some brake cleaner I have here that I'm going to use to clean a little bit off the surface and maybe a little bit on the piston. But I'm just going to scratch the surface on this. I'm not really going to go in deep depths into this. So here, I'm just going to clean the cooling head a little bit. And we can spray a little bit more on this and just clean it up a little bit, you know, get the grime off. Overall, this engine looks pretty nice. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just a little worried about that compression thing, you know, but, I mean, I don't really know a lot about it, so I'm just gonna go with it. It's $50, so even that, if then it doesn't work, you know, it's just $50. I could probably get one of those Trackstar engines that are like $80, and I could like transfer this back case onto it and the clutch onto it. Fuck, I dropped it. Alright, well, that looks a lot better. So I'm going to put this in, and yeah, this does look a lot better. I'm probably gonna take this and wait for those motor mounts to come, because I have to order those. But I think it looks okay. You know, it's not the best. It's only like $50 on eBay, but you know, something's better than nothing, and I'll try it. So yeah, I think I'll save it for this part. I'll have another part to it once the rest of the stuff comes, because I ordered a receiver for a controller that I already have to put with these electronics, and a battery for it. So once I put these back in, I will end this episode, and I'll wait for the other one. So yeah, I hope you guys would enjoy coming on this journey with me, and hopefully get this thing running, you know? Because looking at this thing sitting for a while, I just thought it'd probably be a good idea, instead of getting a new RC car, you might as well just work with what I have now. Because it's useless having this thing sit, and I feel bad for having it sit. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in another episode. Goodbye.